Welcome back, Hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Hunter Classic with our Piccabeen Bay Expeditions Weekend 2 with our new series. So last weekend, we didn't have the most lucrative or successful of hunts, but we at least got to get the new animal, well, a new animal from what we've done so far in the past, which was the Rusa deer. We still have to try to get a Sambar, or Samba, or whatever the S one is. But we are up in the second lodge, and we're probably going to work kind of how we did on our second Lake Reserve Tour peak, and we'll go to the river and follow this down south. I got some good comments about where somebody else has like a magpie goose set up, so I'm thinking maybe we'll do it over here on the other side of the river. Like, I think maybe anywhere up here would be pretty good since it is close to this lodge. As for where I might put another tent, I don't really know, because like, as much as there's a lot of area up here, if the water buffalo and bantang like to hang around down here a lot more, it might only just be like an expedition up there to try for maybe the Samba deer or something else. But we are going to keep using the reverse draw crossbow. If you're actually trying to get a more accurate crossbow, you'll probably be fine with just the 10 point. Because I think the 10 point uses a 3x scope, and this is only a 2x. But we're just going to head down from here and try some more hunting, go after some more animals. I also have something to try out, because Danger Floof has commented about how the water buffalo are for their, maybe lack of sensitivity is the best term for it, but you can basically walk almost right up to them and they won't run away. Instead, they'll kind of like get this alerted might charge at you. So it sounds kind of, well, I shouldn't say kind of, it does sound incredibly dangerous and incredibly stupid to walk right up to one and see how it goes. And that sounds just like the way I play most of the game, so you know we're going to be trying that out this series, maybe even this episode, depending on how things go. Yeah, we're just going to start from this lodge, go see what we can get, try to get some animals, and just get a little bit more time in with the reverse draw crossbow. It really is that, like, there's not so much different play styles with, like, the vast array of weapons. There's basically rifle hunting, shotgun hunting, handgun hunting, and archery or bow hunting. I mean, you could technically say, well, muzzleloader, but that kind of falls, I think, more into rifle as well, but yeah, there's not too much big variety for the weapons, more so than just personal preference and what is ethical for what. So, I do want to try to include some different weapons from time to time, but there's not too much that'll change from these general play styles of what they are. We're just going to make it to the water, see if there's anything around here, and then just work our way south. I do have the scent eliminator I still have to put on. I figure we'll save that until we're going to really, well, I shouldn't say really need it, but until we actually spot an animal to make it worth it. Try to get the maximum of time duration out of them. I do think I picked up a second one, so, oh no, that's the deer scent. That's a lot. Okay, hang on a moment. Where is that? Okay, it's number 7. Yeah, so whenever we do spot something or hear something, we'll give ourselves a spritz and go with it, but like, for as much as I thought it was a pretty large cost, you at least get a lot of uses out of it. So I would recommend, if you guys are trying to hunt and you're finding something's giving you away pretty reliably, or you just can't seem to quite get close enough, despite like staying low and it feels like you're taking the right approach, but something unseen is giving you away, I'd probably say to use the scent eliminator, and that will probably fix that. It's just one of the things where, when the game used to be a complete microtransaction to pick stuff up, it was a lot harder to want to, say, spend the $5, or it might not even be $5, but still, like, spending the money for something like that, and if you're trying to save up your funds, or don't have that much to play around with, that's what you gotta try to judge and figure out, what would I want? Put that bit of money towards this little thing, or put it more towards a new weapon that'll tangibly be using and feeling a bit more. I do think this free-to-play approach will help the Hunter Classic. I still do think it could use a little bit of welcoming stuff more to new players. Like, the game has a lot of sales for EM bucks for things, but I think even time to time a GM sale would help too. Maybe not the full like 50% off that sometimes goes through, but even just like 25% off. A little incentive to say, okay, they're meeting you a little bit more with some other means as well than just only microtransactions. Oh, that way you kind of feel, okay, you know what, I've spent this much time in the game, and bought this, this, this. I wouldn't mind getting that, and it's not actually that much money now that I think about the time comparison, so... Again, not so much to make it so that way you can get everything for just playable money, like you earn it from playing, but just to keep a little bit of an approach that feels okay. You are still looking out for free-to-play as well as just the microtransaction stuff that does keep it afloat as well. Surprisingly... Oh, actually, hang on. I see a shape up there. I think it's a water buffalo. Holy crap, it might be, but look at the horns on that thing. Okay, I'm gonna work my way up there, but yeah, that thing's frickin' gigantic from this far. I'm pretty sure it's a water buffalo, but maybe it's even a banteng. And... one thing I do kind of hope we see is maybe a better zoom for as you're, like, traveling. Because right now, I do kind of see the coloration. I think I'm okay to cross here. Just because that thing's crossing up ahead, too. But yeah, just a little bit better way of being able to see where you can cross. Because they do want to keep you from being able to swim. There's something buzzing around us. That's kind of one... The game is definitely stellar sound effects and, like, sound design. Like, one of the things I used to do with the game was I didn't play it with headphones, I was playing it through speakers. Headphones drastically change how the game plays, because you can actually get a better feel for direction of where sounds are coming from. Especially with, like, a higher-end set of headphones, more so than... Well, I mean, even probably just little ear jacks that you can plug in might help more, too. But yeah, this is a hunting game is definitely one where the audio is very key for what's going on and how it's all kind of like playing out. Now, I'll stay up here and try to... I'm not going to walk up to this guy because, again, this thing looks gigantic with how tall those horns are above its head. I'm fairly sure it's a water buffalo from how dark the coat is on it that we saw from afar. I don't think I would have been able to spot it with binoculars or the rangefinder, though. It seems like there is an effective spotting range for it, and if it's beyond there, it doesn't seem to register properly. And I'm hoping we'll be able to actually spot the horns on him soon, because they are just as tall as they are. Oh, this kind of gives me, like, the Hunter Primal feel, in a way. Just, like, the lush jungle environment. Trees, the ferns, the bushes, and that. I still do feel like they could... I'm trying to think of what the studio is behind, like, the Hunter. I think it's Avalanche Studios, or is that the publisher? I'm trying to remember. It's Expansive Worlds and Avalanche Studios. Whoever the developer is, I do feel like they could probably tackle the best dinosaur hunting game if they were to just take, again, the Hunter framework, the models, the design, the systems. Oh, yeah, speaking of being able to spot them. Okay, it is male water buffalo. Now, I don't know if he would actually get scared off from, like, what Dangerflu told me how their behavior can be. But with how big it just looks from here, I want to still take this cautious approach and do our best. I do need to also remember from last weekend where they've got very large lung hit area. So I don't have to worry too much about it being too contained on the animal. It goes back a lot farther than I expect it to. So that means you got a very big vital zone you can aim for. One of the things about these guys, though, is you can't really lure them in or draw them with scents or calls, so you do have to try getting to them, although... Okay, I like he's coming to us. Now, let me try range finding him and see where he is. Oh, Oh, that was beautiful. I think he was probably going to look at being aggressive and... Oh, reverse draw crossbow skill level up. That's nice to start us out with. I think he was probably going to go aggressive in that moment there. But we got the shot before he was able to trigger. And yeah, look at how big the freaking horns on this guy are. Oh, Lord, you're starting us off. I'm trying to remember. Like, I don't know, I feel like I've seen, like, almost ancient religious stuff where it's like water buffalo has had, like, the moon in the horns or something like that. I mean, I can honestly see, I don't know if it's, like, something ancient Egyptian-wise or something else, but good Lord, those are massive. And scored pretty good, too, at 75 GM for him. Wow. This might be one I'll have to taxonomize. We'll see how the hunt goes, and I might have to compare the leaderboard, but yeah, 75 is a great number to... Holy freak. Like, I can fit entire... Wow, okay. Yeah, this guy is amazing. I could probably fit kneeling entirely in those horns. Let me just get that out, and... Yeah, there we go. That's a nice shot to actually show the weapon off with that. I gotta admit, one of the nice things... I know it's not actually... Oh! Oh, no, that's just fading away. I was going to say, I know it doesn't apply to the Hunter, but one of the things I really like about Monster Hunter World and Iceborne, and they did carry it forward into Rise a bit, was that you could actually have, like, the weapon poses, so... Stuff like this in the Hunter, where you could actually pose beside what you've taken down, you can also do that in Monster Hunter, which... I probably should look at... I want to look at doing maybe a little something more with Monster Hunter, but I don't know exactly what. I do have something I'm kind of working at that I'm going to try to have up before Sunbreak. It's going to take some time because of some stuff, but it's something interesting to keep your eyes out for, and I'll make a post about it once it's actually ready to go. Yeah, you got to try to figure out just ways I can try to build up the channel a little bit. And also what other things I just want to, like, try experimenting and playing around with. I did use this, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, so how are we at? So that's not exactly the first bend, but we do have a stellar start. We just gotta keep along the riverway, watch along both sides. And one nice thing about having the river is, at least unlike in, like, Hirschfelden or Timbergold Trails, where there might be very limited spots you can actually cross back and forth, along Piccabeen Bay, it seems like there are a lot of these shallow spots. I think there's one here. I actually can't tell. Maybe not. But it seemed like there were a lot of spots you could easily cross back and forth with. So it wasn't too much of, okay, I might have gotten the shot across from, say, right here. Now I need to travel a few minutes up and a few minutes back in order to just claim and harvest what I got down. Is there anything else I want to try aiming for this weekend? I would like to try to get some Banteng. Although, it looks like we got another water buffalo out there. Definitely living up to the name. Yeah, another male water buffalo. Nowhere near what the other guy was, though. No, I heard... I'll try to keep my ears open. Like, I heard a little bit of the insects to my left, but I thought I also heard, like, a little grunter or something. No, and I think that's another water buffalo way up there, too. Yeah, we got quite a few around here. That's one nice thing about the reverse draw is... You're going to have... Nope. Why? What did I get stuck on? What the... Well, that's weird. Oh, hang on. Is that a Banteng, too? Yeah, it is. Okay, so you're... Actually, you know what? I might be able to use the reverse draw on this guy, because... The sights for the reverse draw are... Okay, just stay there a moment. I think if I want the third one... Ah, shoot. I guess that didn't quite connect. I know the sights are supposed to be 20 meters per dot, so the top one is 20, the second one should be 40. The third one I would... No, I gotta load more arrows, that's why I can't zoom in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, like the top one's supposed to be 20, second should be 40, third one should be 60, and bottom one 80. There are still some things that'll apply to the arrow, such as, like, the windage will affect how accurate you can be with it. I just want to get across. I doubt I actually hit him there. I should see if that's a female or a male, too. Because I haven't gotten too many banteng as I've been out. They've been one I wanted to try to get a bit more of. Okay, that's actually a male. I'll just get over here and see, just to make sure that we didn't actually get the hit. Oh, and maybe it's crossing? Yeah, we'll stick over here and just kind of see and feel for a while. Oh, no, this was actually it. Oh, dang, okay, so that was actually an accurate shot. I didn't think he actually got hit because I didn't, like, see the usual flinch or reaction you expect from them. That... Oh, lordy. And I could try for that one, too. Just gotta wait and see where he exactly is gonna go. Okay. Come on, just stop a moment. Okay, I think that was a hit on that one, too. They don't really have much of, like, a reaction when they get hit. So that's why I didn't even think we got the shot on the other one. But again, with how big their lungs are on their body, I don't think it's going to be too hard to get these distance shots that will hit the vital. We do have to track down where the one I wounded went to. And then we got the... I almost wonder if that one's stuck where it is. Kind of seems like he's just stuck going around in circles in that spot. It is a bit out of range for the reverse draw, though. The maximum you'll probably want to aim with it is around 80 meters or less. Just because that's with the scope you can a bit more reliably get shots to land. Let's try and see. I remember seeing that water buffalo we wounded the first one. And we got another one. No, that's a banteng, actually. Oh. Wait, are you the one I wounded, or are you a completely different one? Well, they certainly don't run off too quickly, do... Oh, no, there's one we down, so that is a completely different one, too. Jeez, this... You know, Piccabeen's actually proven to be pretty useful for going after some of these really big ones. Yeah, see, he's out of range there, so I'm not going to follow up. Actually, he just basically stopped as soon as he got out of the max range. Let's see how you score. 48's not bad. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to take a trophy shot. Let's... I mean, if we can, why shouldn't we? There we go, just a nice quick pick like that. Oh, it really feels like I should... I almost want to just keep going after these guys as they've been presenting themselves. Like this one, it is out at quite the range there of 68. But I got the one behind me. You know what? Just because the angle's a little off, I'm going to turn back and try to work on the other one we wounded back here. With any luck, this was another lung shot, and it won't be too far we have to go before we'll find it downed. I should have kind of tried marking, though, where it was. Just so that would be easier tracking. I don't think it'd be too far off from back this way. Because we're up around in the tree... Oh. More Bantang calls, so at least we're going to be able to get... This might be Buffalo episode, next episode might be Bantang. We'll see how it goes as we work our way further along the water. Oh, okay, we got a track here. I don't know if that'll be from the buffalo we shot or not, but at least it's something. No, that's feral hog. That's absolutely not what we're after. No, that's just more hog. Maybe back this... Let me check this one. Here we go. This is where we... No, this was just a body shot. Okay, unfortunately, this might be a little bit a longer one. I also don't know how far off it might have gotten. Yeah, I'd highly suggest, although 80 meters is the maximum range the scope allows, probably try... Oh, well, there's nice little level up there. Would suggest aiming more for just getting a 60 or less for shots. Yeah, I don't know how far the buffalo might have gone off from this point when we wounded it. It might have helped that I did change gears and kept going like further along the river than pursuing it. But they can still walk for a good bit of speed. So let's see how far we gotta go until it decides to go back to roaming. I also do need to be careful because it is thick in spots, so if these animals don't move too fast, one could be right ahead of us before I even realize. There's another track. Yeah, still says fleeing. Just keep our eyes open, watch for more of those tracks. It looks like it might be building up towards a hill, so we'll be able to get a little bit of a vantage point from there and see where else it might be. Oh, yeah, there's a few tracks right around here, so I think this is around where it switched to roaming. That's a fleeing track. And this one... Bit of blood. Still fleeing. Oh, okay, there's another track out there. Oh, actually, that is perfect. That is what we're looking for. Exactly the one we're looking for. So we know the general distance away. We can just keep going in a straight line this way, and we don't have to worry about trying to follow the tracks too much. Now, we'll just have to see how, like, the opportunity we might get for how, like, wants to stand or position. So am trying to just watch the outside of the screen a bit for any, like, the heat haze effect to know when we'll have to have the water bottle. And that got filled up to 3 again, right? Yeah, it did. Okay, good. Okay, we're getting in nice and close to where the call came out from. The problem is this is the top of a hill, so it could be just down at the bottom of it. Oh, okay. It's right up there. Okay, I think that was a long shot. I don't know for sure. Oh, yeah, there. I think he just went down. Yeah, I think that put him down. So we'll go collect him, and then we can work our way back towards the water. But so far, this has been one of my more successful episodes, I think, with just the... Not only the first scoring buffalo with how good that was, but also the follow-ups for these other two weren't that bad. I do have to try to be a little bit more careful going for long shots, though. It's one where it can be very tempting to try, but again, also very easy to screw up, too. So how do you stack up? Not too bad again. Another 43. These guys are definitely earning their keep, though. Like, it's almost 50 per decent-sized one. Oh, is that where the first one landed? That might have been where the first shot landed. Because if that's way up there, I could see that counting as just the body, but then I don't know where the other shot would be on it. That's one thing where it'd be kind of nice to get just like a little X on the body to show off where the hit actually was, so you knew, okay, that was way too high, too low, etc. And what is this track right here? I think it's just Feral Hog. Oh, no, Rusa. Okay, well, I'm going to jog us right back to the river and try to resume where we were, because it definitely seems like my luck is more so towards the buffalo than trying for the Rusa or the Samba deer or the other animals. So we'll just run our way there, and then that way we can start next episode right at the water's edge, continuing along. And then I think the episode after that, I'm going to try to do the Magpie Goose setup, have all the stuff in the inventory, go place it out. I'm not sure if I'll actually keep the ground blind with me in my inventory, or I'll set it out and leave it with the setup I'll have put out. Because one of the things, and is actually I have to thank one of the commenters from last week's episodes, and next episode I'll definitely get the name to actually properly give them credit for it, is they made comment about how large the radius seems to be, like, for when you set the blind up. It's only 150 meters, so anything within a 100 meter radius when you put a blind down will get spooked by it. That's also not that big of a radius when you think about it. Like, if I take my binocular... Hang on, where's the rangefinder? Oh. Okay, well, that's interesting. No, we'll be working at another buffalo right once we're back. But, like, if I take my binoculars out and say... So we want 100, so that means... That tree's at 132. 123. So basically about to somewhere right over there. So it's actually pretty close quarters that the spook radius is. So that's good to know, and that explains why I had so much luck on Timber Gold bringing so much into me. I had the means of drawing things in from beyond that 100-meter radius. Whereas on Piccabeen, don't think I'll be able to have that as much, but we'll have to see how things go. For now, though, we are going to end this episode right here. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this episode of Piccabeen Bay Expeditions. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.